Plains TV, live streaming on there. Blair Road, because I really enjoyed last night, and I cannot wait for the Red Arrow and the Typhoon, but they got both ways there, because about 20 minutes time. Great Miller, not to be confused with his father, Glenn Miller. He wants to say hello to his granddad and English. Now coming from the left, here comes the MERLIN. I told you it was big, and as I said, it can cruise at about 175 miles an hour. Maximum endurance about 3 hours, and typically it will be crewed out with 2 pilots, 1 observer, and 1 air crewman. See that big dome underneath the cockpit there? That is a radar. It's called Blue Kestrel. That's a radar I was talking about. It's specifically designed not for radar for finding other aircraft, but for finding periscopes. So they're looking at submarines clearly. You can see the blades and the tail as well. When it lands on frigates and carriers, that whole tail section hinges. You can see the I said earlier, he's a pinger. But behind him there's a massive team. Lieutenant Paddy Docker and 10 engineers led by these gentlemen and the whole team have been deployed since May involved in RFA Pilot Force operations on the HMS Canada, and they've been supporting the defence strategic objective 1, which is defence of the nuclear channel, whether it's submarines, and they've been on exercise Green Eel and tabletop, and they're going to be returning to Polo and the corner after the show. So this is their final end of tour period. And all of the crews, flight crews and the crews on the ground, would like to say a huge thank you to the families of those employees, and we're really looking forward to going home and seeing their loved ones soon. Thank you all, sir. Thank you all for your service. Right, now watch as the MERLIN goes into a hover. And as I've just been told by my flight co-director, Les Garciviti, it is indeed the Junior that has been put out the door. So, on the end of the road, it's not a road, I'm sure it's something highly sophisticated, is the Petty Officer Andy Butler. He is air crewman, sensor operator, and as his name suggests, as I said, when you're hunting submarines and you're doing it on the radar, you're called a pinger. But this time, they've put it, and there is Andy. Give him a wave. He's pinging away for you and me. Now I'm just checking, they're not going to dump him in there. And you can see the massive downdraft from that rotor disc. So Petty Officer Andy Butler, we're going to pull away from him. And then if you look in the door, that's Lieutenant James Wagstaff. His first tour on the MERLIN, as I said. Came over from Type 45 destroyers. cockpit, Lieutenant Ty Moss and Lieutenant Mo James. What they can do going forward, they can definitely do going backwards. Petty Officer Andy Butler getting the best view of the house. At least he has to be dipped in the water, and that's got to be said something. Now, as you can see, Andy is beginning to sway a little bit, so it'll be up to the winchman to cancel that oscillation. They're going to turn into crowd centre, getting worryingly close to the water as they come down. Is Andy going to get dipped? I hope not. They're reeling him in as they're bringing the aircraft down to meet him. I guarantee you he's getting a lot of spray though. Look how much spray is being picked up by the downdraft, so he might as well be in the water at that. And thankfully they're hoisting him in at the last moment. Lieutenant James Wagstaff on the winch, and he's safely back in the door. We'll pull him back in and close the door. Wonderful display. So, as I said, their primary role is for hunting submarines, but they can do search and rescue like that. So we have got a use for the winches as well. They'll get him back in, unhook him. Now move. Cruising at about 160 knots as well, which is such a big aircraft, a big helicopter, that has very fast speed. And with 3 submarine jets on board, not surprising. As I said, this is Mark II, and the newer versions now that have gone through some very serious upgrades, coming into service in Mark IV. Watch as he pitches the aircraft up and does some hover work, as they call it. Climbing a little bit as well. You'll notice a lot of bars on the side of it as well. That's part of the anti-submarine works. So for the final time, ladies and gentlemen, the Royal Navy Merlin Mark II. So as the Navy exits right, I'm going to hand the microphone swiftly over to Squadron Leader Graham Muscat from the Royal Air Force Red Arrows.